Hello, good evening, everyone. Right, thanks for joining us live once again. Right, so historically, September has always been a bad month for cryptocurrency. Right, with Bitcoin already dropping 20 over percent and Ethereum, almost 30% from the top in September alone. Right, so in fact, for the past 8 years, 6 out of 8 times it has ended up in red in September. Right, so for cryptocurrency. Right. However, statistically, if you come back to invest in this October, right, over the last 8 years, you would have seen pretty good returns. Okay, with actually 6 out of 8 times, it ended up in green, right, for October, right. So the question is, could October, this year be a best time or good time to start investing in cryptocurrency? So we will discuss this tonight very soon. Okay, so not forgetting tonight I also have Ken, okay, with me, right? So yeah,
Hello,
Ken, you want
hello.
to say a few words, okay?
Yep. Yeah, stay safe. I'm the safe investor.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so always on the safe side. Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah, so Ken, he will actually be touching on and teaching everyone how to actually set up this BTC mining rig using this NiceHash. Okay, which is actually a free software from what I know from Ken. Right. Okay. So and it can actually be connected to your computer easily. Okay. So I hope this excites you because to be honest, I have no idea how NiceHash works as well. So I'm also very interested to find out from Ken tonight. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I do see some of your live with us right now. So could you give us some reaction? By clicking on the like button, so we know that you are with us, right? Okay. Or you can type in this BSI in the comment box. Okay. BSI stand for Binance SG Investor Group. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I see some of the likes coming in. Thank you very much. Okay, right. So without further delay, let's begin. Yeah, but first up, a quick disclaimer first, right? So do note that whatever information discussed tonight will be meant for general information and educational purpose only, because it is imperative that in any investment you do, you also do your own due diligence. So we also want to mention that we are not representative from Binance or its subsidiary. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So right. Okay. So the agenda for tonight, right? So why October could be a good time to enter the market, or will we actually enter? So we'll find out, very soon in a few minutes time. Right, and then also by Ken Koo, the safe investor, will be touching on how do we actually set up and start mining using this NiceHash. Yeah, okay, yeah. So do stay till the end of the session because we have a coin pick of the week. Yeah, okay. So a coin that we are bullish about and probably looking at it and hoping that, and then we probably think that it's going to go up at least 50% in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and we also give our reason why we think like this. Yeah, okay. Okay, so question. Okay, why crypto could go big in October? Okay, first one, of course, based on history, right? So if you look at September, right, it hasn't always been very good. Okay, it has always ended, I would say most of the time it ended red. Okay, as of now, this was taken yesterday. Okay, it's about 10%. Okay, from 1st September. Okay, if you take it from the top, which is around 7 or 8 September for Bitcoin. Of course, different coins will vary, right? So for Bitcoin, it's actually about 20 over percent down, right? So but overall, I would say it's about 10% from 1st September. Okay, there about. Okay, but the interesting part is that when we look at October, okay, and even November and December, okay, you notice that hey, it's actually I would say more green than red. Okay, so could this be a sign that hey, we should start investing at the end of September or even the beginning of October? Okay, looking at history alone, I would say yes. Right. Okay, the answer is yes, looking at history alone. Okay, so but do we want to look at other indicators as well? Of course, we want to, because we want some more confirmation, right? Okay, so if we look at the next thing that I'm going to show you is the exchange exchanges reserve. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, so if you look at the these black lines, right here is actually the price of Bitcoin, okay, in US dollar, okay, and the purple line represent the reserve in the exchanges, meaning say, some exchanges out there, whatever it could be, it can be a Binance, it can be Huobi, it can be KuCoin, FTX, whatever, right? So they actually do hold some coins for people to buy and sell. Make sense? Okay, so if you look at these, typically when the reserve goes down, okay, the price goes up. What does that mean? Because people are buying, people are holding. That's why it has this, phenomenon, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so if you look at this right now, it's actually going down. Okay, come back a little bit, right? That's why I would say that causes the little bit of change in prices in, I would say, downwards, right? Okay, so if you look at this, then I'll say that, hey, generally looking like this, the chart, it could be also a good time to buy. Okay, again, just looking at history and these exchanges reserve, right? So these two signs tells us that we can actually start buying something. Okay, so yeah, so the next big question, okay, should we actually buy now? Okay, but we also look at some other things, right? Typically in a investment arena, okay, be it stock or cryptocurrency, there's usually two schools of thought. Okay, one school of thought will be on the fundamental. Okay, so some people are very fundamental. Some people call them a value investor. So they look for a good company, look for a good crypto, and then they believe in long term. They buy, and then they actually don't really look at it often, right? Because they are long term investor. Okay, then they don't really look at the price action. So the other school of thought, right, will be people who are very technical. Okay, so they are the technical analysts, okay, if you like. Okay, so they'll look at the chart. Oh, this price is bouncing off the support, blah blah blah, and then it should goes up there. Okay, right now it break off the support and all that. Okay, you hear all of these all the time. So which one are correct? I'll say both are right. Okay, so but what we like to do here is actually to combine both. Okay, so by looking at the fundamental, things like the history, the chart, and crypto reserve, and rather the exchanges reserve, and other indicators like that, right? Okay, so we also want to look at some of the price movement, and is there any momentum? Okay, means say the trend, is it an uptrend, downtrend, and all that. Okay, so let's jump to the chart, right, to find out these two things, right? Okay, so let me just switch the screen around. Okay. All right. Okay. So if we look at the big brother, okay, as always, we have to look at the big brother, which is the Bitcoin in this in crypto, right? So it's just like the S&P 500 of this cryptocurrency. Okay. So if we look at this Bitcoin, right? Okay, just looking at the candlestick alone, right? Okay, a very very basic way of looking at the price movement is, we look for uptrend is what we look for in an uptrend is very very simple, is that it must create a what I call a higher high. Okay, now give me a second. Okay, higher high. Okay, so these are higher high, right? Okay, because price move like that, zigzag. Okay, these are higher high, then we know that it's actually in a good uptrend. Okay, or rather and a higher low. So these are higher low. When it come down, the low should be higher than the previous low. Can you see that? Okay, then typically this represent a uptrend. Okay, when we look at the past few weeks, it has been giving a higher, sorry, or rather a lower low. That's something that we don't really like. Okay, and a lower low as well. Okay, lower high, lower low. Can you see that the low is lower than the previous low, the high is lower than the previous low? Okay, so just by looking at this, okay, it's actually not a really good time to enter, right? Okay, but if we look at other indicators like the moving average and all that, so right now it is actually supporting on 200 average, and I'll say so far it has been holding on pretty well. Okay, so but would I invest in Bitcoin right now? So if you ask me personally, personal opinion, I would say no for me. Okay, because of what I just mentioned, right? So because the trend is obviously down, okay? So, but some people, of course, they will think that, hey, this is an opportunity. Look, it's bouncing on the 200 moving average, and other key indicator history show that it's a good time to buy. Maybe I take a risk and buy here. Is that wrong? Nothing wrong with that as well, okay? But you must be able to take the risk, right? Maybe you say that if I'm wrong, and then it goes down to the next support, maybe it's at 37,000 something. For example, let me see. Yeah, probably around there. Okay, are you okay with that? Will you cut loss over there? Okay, yeah. So, and of course, your risk to your reward to your risk to reward ratio and all that. All right. Okay, so this is for Bitcoin. How about the second brother, right? Have to look at Ethereum as well. Okay, so very, very similar, right? Okay, if you look at it, it's still a lower high, lower low. Okay, in fact, it has met with some resistance on the 100 moving average, okay, which is this gray line right here, right? If you can see. Okay, let me put in the circle again also. All right, so it should, it is being resisted right here. Meaning say that it's trying to break through around the 3,000 range. Okay, so if we break through, then we may see something going up. Okay, but in again, looking at the trend, right? So for me personally, again, I will not buy this. Okay, right now, right now, I will not go into Ethereum as well. Okay, but some of you again, some think that, hey, if the price goes down here, I make a cheeky limit buy order right here around 2,550 to 2,600. Is that okay? Again, nothing wrong with that. Okay, you can take the risk. You think, hey, if it comes here and potentially it bounces up, okay, is that wrong to say that as well? No, I won't say it's wrong again, but are you willing to take the risk if it goes down to the next support? Maybe I will say right here. Okay, so which is about, sorry, around, let me see, I'll be here, and it would be about 2,400 over dollars, right? So I'm willing to cut loss over here. Again, you have to calculate your risk to reward, yeah? All right, okay, so let me see if there's any comments so far. All right. Okay, so if you have learned something, can you again give us some reaction so I know that here? Okay, put in a love button, okay, or type in BTC or ETH, okay, whichever two that whichever one that you actually like better, okay, whether it's Bitcoin or ETH, all right, okay, yeah, okay. So the question is, what if okay, right now, if I want to get something to buy, if I want to buy something, I'll look for something that is still looking to be on an overall uptrend. Okay, so Luna is something that I would say that overall is still on a uptrend. Okay, it has gone back up above the 20 moving average, right? So which is looking good, right? Of course, it has come down a little bit, but the only thing that I don't really like again right here is that it's creating this higher low. Okay, so hopefully it bounces up and create another new higher high. Okay, which is somewhere around $42. Then I think it will be a bullish so-called momentum, okay, for Luna, right. Okay, so this is something, or rather, so the question I'll say is not whether should we buy now, but what should we buy. Okay, I hope that makes some sense. Okay, yes. Right, okay, so I saw some of you, okay, so Jin is ETH, Jenan is also ETH, all right, so some of you BTC, some of you like both of them, no problem, okay. Okay, some mentioned that, I can only buy $2,000 or lower, okay, again, nothing wrong with that, okay, everyone has their own opinion, right, okay, but I would say the Luna is something that I would, if let's say you want to force me, Leslie, what can I buy? Okay, so I will say that Luna lah, okay. Force me to buy something, I'll say Luna. Okay, so the other thing that you want to look at, right, is actually the P cycle top indicator. Okay, this is something that I think you should take a close look at, okay, and monitor it. Okay, so this one, Okay, if you notice that there's this dotted line right here, right? Okay, so whenever this line crosses, the orange and the green line crosses, okay, let me just zoom in a little bit more. Okay, here, right here, the last time it crosses, it always managed to somewhat predict the peak. You notice, yeah? And then it start to come down. This was 2017, right? Oh, now let me just maneuver this a little bit. And right here, okay, let me do this. Okay, can you see it crosses and then somewhat it peak in April and then come down. Okay, so this is something that you can use to you can use to so-called in a way, I don't really like to use the word predict, okay, but predict the top, okay, or watch out for potential top, right? Okay, can you see it's quite accurate for the last 3 to 4 times, and it just happened also recently, right? So the other thing that I don't like to see is that it start to widen up, the green and the orange. So when it start to widen up, you notice the price always tend to go down. Okay, only when the green and the yellow orange line start to meet together closer and closer, then you see that there's a uptrend. Okay, so is it widening up or getting closer? All right, widening up. Right, so again, another reason that I would not buy like right now. Okay, like today or tomorrow. Okay, I will probably look at it in a week or 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks time. Okay, but again, if you really want me to choose something to buy, I will say Luna. Yeah. Okay, so what's the utility of Luna? So it is a little bit like it's defined protocol, so a little bit like polka dots and all that. Okay, but it has a very interesting feature where you can actually do cross chain and all that. Okay, but I will not go into that because it's uh, a bit more technical, right? Okay, so right, so with that, let me go back to my screen first, yeah. Okay, so with that, I would say based on, of course, history and the exchange reserve, it says that, hey, you should start buying because October always, I would say, most of the time it becomes green. Okay, based on the price action, the momentum, okay, especially in Bitcoin and Ethereum, then I would not buy right now. Okay, because it show a clear downtrend, or even if you want to argue that hey, it's a sideways. Okay, so I will not take the risk. I will see some sort of breakout or some sort of momentum uptrend, then I will go up. I will probably go in again. Okay, but Luna is something that I really like and I think has some potential. So if I want to buy something at a lower price, right now I will say Luna is my pick. Okay, so of course we look at this P cycle top indicator, right? Okay, so when it actually uh, crosses, it sort of kind of can predict when is the peak of the price. Okay, and it has been accurate for the last 3 rounds, right? And also if it goes up, and when it opens up, typically the price goes on a downtrend. Okay, and it's showing a little bit of the 2 lines opening up. Okay, so again, I will not do anything as of now. Okay, especially on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, yeah. Okay, so again, if you have learned something in the past almost 20 minutes or so, can give me another reaction, or just maybe the love button again, or the care button? Okay, so I know you have learned something. So do help us to share this Facebook live as well if you think that this can potentially benefit your peers, your friends, and all that. Okay, yeah. So thank you very much. So for with that, I will pass the time to Ken Koo, the safe investor. All right. Okay. So Ken, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. Well, I actually learned something about Bitcoin and Luna, so maybe I'll look into Luna today. Yeah. Okay. So today what I'm going to share with you guys, I will share how to mine Bitcoin in a very, very safe and easy way. A lot of people are saying that mining Bitcoin is difficult and you have to download a lot of stuff and all that stuff. But actually, you don't need to worry too much about that. So let me share my screen. It's a very, very simple process. Okay. So let me just get started. So I'll share about crypto mining today. Just a brief introduction about myself. I'm the safe investor, and my slogan is to never ever lose money when you're trying to invest. And this is very important because sometimes you work for a really long time, working hours, and making money through pure work is hard. So you don't want to lose your hard-earned money when you are investing, right? So that's my slogan. So I do like do teaching videos on YouTube and Facebook. You can follow me if you want. Also, I do have an Amazon bestseller book called Investor Shrinken. This book was the top seller in 3 categories, including stock market investing, 90-minute business and money short reads, and personal success in business. So, if you stay until the end of this video, I will give you my book for free at the end of this video. Okay. So if you want to get this book, help me share this video. And if you think this video can help, your friends or your family members who are losing money in the stock market, or even in cryptocurrency trading, if they're losing a lot of money, this book can help them stop losing money and start to really earn money. Okay, so that's about me. And I've also learned this value investing method from the Warren Buffett family, or the Buffett family, about value investing. So that's what Leslie mentioned. And I've also attended seminars like World of Wealth to teach people about investing. Okay, so now this is just something very brief. So before we get into Bitcoin mining, all that stuff. So why do I want to get into Bitcoin mining, and why do I want to try Bitcoin mining, right? Because when we start investing, there's always 3 things. There's the mindset, then that's the foundation, right? You want to look for what is safe, what do you know, what is profitable, what is valuable in the future when we talk about investing. Then we have, we go and do the valuations. You look into what is the current price, what is intrinsic value, what's the future projected value, right? So, and then the last part, we want to learn about technical analysis. We want to try to catch the bottom, try to avoid the top, or try to avoid the pitfall, right? So this is the investing triangle. Now, all these skills will interact with each other, and my specialty is actually focused on the mindset. So I find things that are almost guaranteed to make money, even though it could be a little bit, but you are guaranteed to make money, and you don't have to take too much volatility into consideration. So that's kind of my style of investing, the very safe way of investing. So I could miss out on a big boom on the Bitcoin. I could miss out on a big boom on Ethereum, but I do have a very safe way of doing it. Okay, so this is also on the SG Binance group as well. So I did a video. I shared this video on the SG Binance group on September 10th about a market correction, a very big potential market correction coming soon. So if you missed this video, you can rewatch it. It's in the SG Binance group. I will repost it here. So go and check out this video. This is about the September effect. If you missed that one, okay. So if you want to know how I did the prediction, go and watch the video on SG Binance. Okay, so now Bitcoin mining. I'll share 2 methods about Bitcoin mining, and they're very, very simple. I'll take you through a step-by-step process to help you get started. Okay, so the first one is called Cryptotab. Now, with this one, you only need one thing, which is your Google Chrome and your Google account and a computer. So basically, I've tested this on my laptop. Even though a laptop is not very good for crypto mining, but if you just want to get a taste of crypto mining and you just want to use your CPU power, then you can try this out. So I'll show you exactly how to do it. So let me post this link below, and you guys can follow my steps. I'll try to do it slowly. So, or you can rewatch the video later. So this one is called Crypto tab. Okay. So this is very, very simple. So once you have downloaded this one, let me see. Okay, here. Okay, so that's all right. Let me just redo it again. So Crypto tab, download. Oh, actually, let me just use my link. There we go. Okay, so this is very easy. This is basically what it will look like. So this is my Cryptotab right now. I'll show you guys how to do the step by step, the steps later. I'll show you what it does. So you can right here, you can control your mining speed. And right now, this is how much Bitcoin I have earned so far. Right now, my mining is off right now. So let me tell you what will happen. So once you turn this on, you can see this mining speed come up, right? And then after that, you want to also monitor your CPU. Okay, because when we do mining, it's all about computing power. So once this is up, you can see this is the hash power come here. Basically, when this is higher, it means that you can earn more bitcoins, and when the calculation speed is faster. And when this is lower, then it means that you will learn less bitcoins. So basically, what you want to do is you want to open up your task manager, and you want to check to see if your CPU power is hyped up. So you can see right now, my CPU power, this is Cryptotab, but this is a Google Chrome Cryptotab. You can see the CPU power, right, 97%, 100%. You can see the performance, your CPU right here will spike up. You can see this spiking up, okay? Now, this is a very, very easy way to mine Bitcoin using only the CPU, but it won't use the GPU. So you can see the GPU usage is very, very low right now. So in the second method, I will tell you how to do that. You can use your GPU to do the mining. So if you just want something simple, or even if you don't have like a GPU, this Google Cryptotab browser is actually pretty good for you. Okay, if you just want to get a taste and want to see what crypto mining feels like. Now, I just want to let you guys know, crypto mining does take some power. So if you find like your electricity bill is hyping up, going up a lot, maybe consider it doing during the winter. And since winter is coming, don't do mining in the summer because it's going to get really, really hot. If you do mining in winter, then you can maybe save a lot of energy as well. Okay, so this is Cryptotab. Let me show you how to set it up. It's very, very simple. Basically, you can click on download, accept and install. I think that's the one. So that's the one I have right here. I'm just gonna override that. So it's a browser. So this is the browser. You can actually you can go to Google. This is basically Google Chrome. Okay, so you can go here and search for anything you want. So this is a browser, and right. So click on yes, and then go agree, and then go through this very, very simple process, and then it will install the Cryptotab on your Google Chrome. Okay, so it's very, very simple. It's as simple as that. And then once that's done, you would want to log in with your Google account. Oh, by the way, this can be also used on Android phones and also on iOS phone. So if you love like crypto mining, all that stuff, and you believe in the future value of Bitcoin, maybe try out crypto mining. I'm gonna just switch it off for now. Let's see, where is it? Cryptotab. Okay, so basically just go through the installation process. It's very, very straightforward, and you can start mining by logging into your Google account. Let me see if I can log out. Let's see. So that's my Bitcoin right now. Where is it? No notifications. Okay, I'm just gonna close this one. Okay, let me try again. Crypto tab browser. Okay, so contact us. Approved. Learn more. Okay. Anyways, so go ahead and try that out. It's a very, very simple process. You download, install, and that's it. Okay, so don't worry too much about it. Now, the second one I want to show you guys is this one. This is called the NiceHash mining, the NiceHash miner. Now, with this one, if you have a CPU and a GPU, you can use both to mine. Okay, now this one is very, very simple as well. You download and you just install it. Okay, so this is the current balance that I have. But I just want you to know that if your computing power is not strong enough, then it does require a few bitcoins before you can withdraw the bitcoin. So make sure you want to use it on a good or a powerful computer, with a powerful GPU. So right now I do have one that's currently mining right now, and yeah. So let me show you what it really looks like. So this is called NiceHash. NiceHash. Go let me include the link below called nicehash.com. NiceHash. Okay, so this is nicehash.com. Go and register and count. Once you have logged in, click on mining, and then click on download miner or add ACIC. Okay, so we're just gonna use download the miner. Now, if you know that you have a NVIDIA graphics card or like a high end one, download this one, the NiceHash Quick Miner. If you don't know what your computer is or you don't know what your GPU is, download the NiceHash Miner. Okay, so that's it. Now, just wanted you to know that sometimes Windows will think that this is a virus. So please, you have to disable your antivirus program for about like 1 or 2 minutes. So this is how you're going to do it. You're going to go to this search bar. You're going to type in Defender. Go into Windows Security if you're using Windows, and then you're going to click on Virus and Threat Protection right here, and then click on Manage Settings right here. And then we're just gonna disable the real-time protection for about 1 or 2 minutes. You're not gonna get attacked. Okay, you are fine. Okay, so just disable that and then click yes. Okay, so once you have done installing the crypto miner, then some notifications will pop up, but don't worry about that. Then you can enable this. Okay, so now you click on I understand and click download. Okay, now you want to get the installer package, that one, because we want to do the installation. So I'm going to click on download. Okay, so now you go here and then you keep the old settings. Okay, keep the old settings. Okay, so that's how it will be installed. Okay, so now run the NiceHash miner. It's very, very simple. Run it. So this is what it will look like. Okay, now the second thing you want to do is you want to install all these plugins. You want to click on the install and click on all these plugins installation. Okay, you want everything so you can use the full power of your GPU. Okay, and then you want to also make sure where to send your profits, right? So this address will be included if once you have made the account. You can see, click on mining right here. This is NiceHash miner. Click on mining address. So basically, whatever your miner mines will be saved onto this address right here. So I'm using the default one, which is the website one. So click on copy, and then you will want to paste it in your wallet. Okay, so that's it. So that's all you need, and then you can set a name over here. So this is my Asus gaming laptop. Once all that's done, oh, devices. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, I think I need to reinstall this. Okay, let me just reinstall this because I probably have it already. Let me just reinstall. Okay, let me go to, I'm going to remove mine first. Crypto browser. Wait, hold on. So I'm going to sort by install date. So NiceHash miner, this one, I'm going to uninstall it. Okay, let me do this again so you guys can see. So NiceHash miner right here. Run NiceHash miner. Accept. English. And this is my login. So here's my email account. Oh wait, all right, give me a sec. I probably forget my password. All right, give me a moment.
All right, so let's just give Ken a moment. So he's also very patient to actually go through step by step with us, right? So yeah, we'll just give him a little while, right? So I think there are some questions right here. How easy is the withdrawal? Okay, so while Ken is being a little bit busy right now, let me answer that for him. Okay, because I did use this Cryptotab before. Okay, so it's actually as easy as how you would usually withdraw your typical bitcoins. Okay, but they do have a minimum, right? They have a minimum amount of bitcoin that you must mine first before you can start withdrawing, right? So if I'm not wrong, it's 0.0001 bitcoin, but or perhaps can verify that later as well. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry. Do you mean the NiceHash?
Cryptotab. Yeah, I think
Oh,
these
Cryptotab.
these questions came in during the Cryptotab.
Okay. Okay. Let
Yeah.
me.
Was it 0.0? Is it 0.001? I remember it was.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, 0.0001, right? 30 after
3 zeros.
decimal point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's not that much, before you can start withdrawing. Right. So that will be about $40 for about $40, 400 for yeah, about $40 based on current value, right?
Yep. Okay. Okay. So now I have logged in. Let me go back and share my screen. Okay. So now I have logged in. I will want to, let's see, enable all. So basically, so this is a brand new install. So make sure that you have all the plugins installed so you can use the full potential of your CPU and GPU. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so now you can see that so for example, my computer, I have a CPU and a GPU. So you want to enable them all. And this will show you the temperature of your GPU, which is NVIDIA. This is my individual graphics card. That's the one right now. This is my CPU, which is the load is only 17.26% right now, which means it's not on at the moment. So I'm just going to wait for this and I'm going to update this one. Okay, so we'll just wait for that. And yeah, so this is the unpaid balance. You do, for them to pay you to your account, you would need to have, let's see. Okay, let me show you the website. The website right here. Where is it? Okay, so you need four zero point 0.00040 zeros, 1 Bitcoin to before they pay it to your wallet. Okay, so you need to have like a strong computer or have multiple computers doing this at the same time. And then so once you have like multiple computer with good graphics card and CPU, then your mining will be fast. All right, so let me check my plugin. Okay, so it looks like everything's installed. Now, there's always a problem with crypto dredge, so forget about that one. You don't need to worry about that one. And that's it. So now you can start mining. So let's click on start mining. And then it will benchmark. You can see the CPU and GPU benchmarking right now. So you can see my CPU load right now is like shooting up right now. You also want to check the task manager. So type in task manager. And you can see the CPU going up more. We want to, okay, so this GPU is also going up 66. So you can see this temperature. Okay, so it didn't catch the GPU. Okay, but anyways, you can see you want to monitor the temperature right now because this is a laptop right now. So you can see my GPU's temperature going up a lot. So this is why I haven't been doing this on my laptop. But if you have like a gaming rig, it's definitely good for you to use it. So this is like temperature 72. And when this pops out, don't worry about it. This means that the mining has began. So don't worry about it. And I'm just going to wait until this benchmarking for my GPU ends. And you can see this current profitability right here. That's according to your computing power. So this is according to my computing power. This is how much I would earn if I keep my computer on for a day. Okay. Yeah. So just wait. I'm just gonna wait for that, and make sure. Oh man, I need to lift my laptop up a little bit because the temperature, you can see the temperature going up a lot. So make sure you have like a fan, or you have like you take the lid of your computer off to make the cooling system go really good, right? All right. So yeah, that's it. So basically, once you have accumulated, that's the amount that you should accumulate. Once you have accumulated 0.00001, okay, 0.00001 Bitcoin, then you can see your Bitcoin wallet over here. Okay, now there is a feature over here. So this is currently, that's my laptop's name, worker1. You can rename that. There's also a setting over here to adjust your power mode. You can choose low power mode, medium power, and high power mode. Also, this is the web page. You can also use this web page to monitor all your mining rigs. So if you do have like a lot of mining rigs and it's in the AC room, or you do it in the winter, use it as a heater, then yes, definitely you check out this NiceHash miner. And yeah, so you can also look at the history, and you can see that this is how much I have. It's, even though it's a little bit because I don't have mining rigs, but you can see this Bitcoin accumulating up and up. So yeah, so this is like a no-brainer for me. Like, I don't need to really worry about the volatility, and I just need to find. Oh, there we go. So this is NVIDIA. So that's my graphics card. Okay. So yeah, so this is like a no-brainer for me. You just open this up, and you start mining, and it's as simple as that. And then you can, once you have accumulated, you can withdraw. Right? You can withdraw your wallets, or withdraw to other wallets. All right. So now I have 2 rigs working. Okay. Let me just check. Okay, so now this worker one, I have 2 rigs working for me right now. I have my NVIDIA and I have my Intel working for me. So let's go back and check this. So now the CPU load is 100%. And yeah, this is the estimated profitability, which is not a lot because um, because I do have a weak laptop. Um, so let me just check my task manager again, and you can see this GPU's usage, NVIDIA, this one shoot up, and my CPU usage shoot up as well. So yeah, that's it. So you want to make sure that your GPU is in good use and your CPU is in good use. And also you just need to make sure, 83 degrees. Okay, I'm going to stop right now because I don't want to burn my laptop. So that's it. So you can disable all, and then it will stop the mining. Also, from the setting over here, you can choose and use the low power mode. Okay, and that's it. So you can see the temperature coming down, and my workers are disabled. Now this is another one. This is another server that I have. This is a constant mining server. The mining power is not very strong, but I'm just gonna leave it on. Okay, yeah. So that's it. So here are the 2 methods that I have shared about mining Bitcoin. Okay, now, so for some of you, you might have missed out on this crypto saving account. So I always want to do it in a very, very safe way. I don't want to take too much risk. So I do have, I have put a lot of, most my, not most of my, I put some money in this account called uHodler. And I just want to show you guys again how easy and simple this is. So basically, you put your fiat coins. You can see that they pay you weekly interest of 12 APY. So every week I get paid, I don't know, $22, $21, $20, $19, $19 something. So you can see the interest coming in. So yeah, and like if you have like Ethereum right now, and if you don't want to sell your coins, you don't want to do trading, you do see the value growth of your cryptocurrencies, right? You can put it in this savings account. Now, this name is actually called, you guys, if you don't know what hodler means, is actually a drunk guy who posted something on somewhere and he misspelled hold. Okay, it's basically this platform actually wants you to hold your cryptocurrencies, and they will pay you interest. And how do they pay you interest? Because other people use leverages, which I won't talk about here. So this is the interest rate that they are paying. So just for example, fiat coins, you have USDC 12%, USDT 12.3%. A lot of like DAI, TUSD, BUSD, they're paying good interest. Now, even for Ethereum, they're paying you 5.5%. Bitcoin is 4.8%. So if you really believe in the value of these coins, right, and if you think like there's going to be like a drop soon or something, then deposit your cryptocurrencies onto the platform. Now, also there are other crypto savings account like what Lily mentioned before. There's BlockFi, there's Binance, Celsius. I love Celsius as well. There's crypto.com. If you look at their APRs or APYs, you can see that YuHodler, just for stable coins, YuHodler pays the highest interest rate for stable coins. For Bitcoin, right, you can see like Celsius and Binance paying a higher interest rate for just depositing and saving your cryptocurrencies there. So so for me, I go for the very safe way. So I believe in stablecoins more. So that's what I have done already. I've deposited some money into this YuHodler account. Also, Ethereum right here, you can see Ethereum, they're paying you a 5.5%, and also Crypto.com is also paying you a 5.5%. But the problem with Crypto.com is that there's a lock-in period. You have to lock it in for like 1 or 3 months. For YuHodler, there is no lock-in time. Okay, so now, however, for all these platforms, there are risks, right? If these platforms go down, then you lose your cryptocurrency. So that's the risk you need to think about. So although these are really large platforms, I think they're not going to go down. But also, please do your own diligence and do more research before you put in a lot of money, right? I have done my research and I believe in it, but that doesn't mean that you have to believe in it. So please go and do your research before you put in too much money inside. Okay, so if you don't, I'll give you the link for YuHodler. This is the link, and yeah, so basically it's very, very simple. You put in your cryptocurrencies, and that's it. You gain interest. Okay, so now this is my gift for you, and that's my last gift. So I'm actually more of a stock investor. I believe in the intrinsic value. So if you want to get my book right here, which is the Amazon bestseller book right here, I will give you a link. If you put your name and your email right here, I will I will send the book to you. Okay, and then sometimes I don't do it too often. Um, when there's like a major big incident happening in the crypto market or in the stock market, I will send you a newsletter to tell you what to do. Okay, so if you want to get my book right here, I will paste the link below. It's called The Investor's Sharing Gun. Sharing Gun. Register. Okay, there you go. All right. Any questions?
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Ken. For being so patient and going through the step by step on setting up the Cryptotab and NiceHash and all of that. Yeah. Okay. So by the way, Ken's book is actually an Amazon bestseller, best-selling book in Amazon, right? So I'm not sure if he mentioned that. Maybe he's too shy or too humble to mention. Yeah. So it's not just any other book out there. So it's very nice of him to actually give out this book for free, right? Because it's actually a bestseller. Can you imagine? A best-selling book don't have to be given away for free, right? So, so yeah, grab it, okay, grab it. Yeah, so yeah, because I also asked Ken, hey, is there something that he can give, to our viewers, right? So, he actually giving us this Amazon best-selling book, right? Ken, we do have some questions, right? So let me just put it up. Can you see it? Yeah, so by enabling the plugin in while Defender is on, can you see the question?
Yep. Okay. So by enabling
Yeah.
all plug while Defender is on, won't your system be susceptible to melt? Okay. So no, so the thing is like, because I actually study from I'm an IT person. If you don't go on some weird websites and if you have like if you just disable your Windows Defender for like 1 minute or 2 minutes, you're not gonna get a virus and you won't be hacked. There's no malware. Okay, there's no malware. Yeah, so and then like right now you just remind me that I should turn my Windows Defender back on. So once you've installed that, right, remember to turn it back on. Yeah, so don't worry too much about that. Let me just turn it back on. Okay. Okay, next question is what is MBTC? Basically, it means it's the calculation, and what you see here, where did you see it? It's the unit. It means a smaller unit of Bitcoin. Because we need to we need to accumulate 0.0001 Bitcoins. So MBTC is just the unit for calculating the Bitcoins.
All right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. 001. Okay, so let me just share my screen again. That one, right? So it depends on your speed, right? So let me just check this one. So right now I have accumulated about 300. I'm just going to use 300, and the payout I need to get to 1,000. So my estimation is depending. So this is the CPU, not a GPU. So this is bad for mining, but I'm just testing this out. So for example, this one I've been mining for 3 days on this one. This Intel one. So I would say with just like a normal laptop, even though this is an i7 8000, which is actually pretty fast already, it will probably take about 1 week. It will probably take more than 1 week, depending on your computing power. Okay, so I'm leaving this on just for now, and yeah, so that's it. I hope that answers the question. Okay, if you're mining with laptop, it's gonna exactly yes. You are very right, Janin. Right? Yes, you can see how I was using a laptop to mine, and then my temperature went to 80 degrees, which is like very high. So yes, definitely watch out. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So this is not really a question, but more of a comment, right? So thank you, Janan, for the advice as well, right?
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, yeah, sorry. So if you want to
ahead.
use a laptop to mine, use the Cryptotab. That one's the safer one. If you don't want to fry your GPU, use the Cryptotab. That one's it's safer. Okay.
All right. Okay, I think there's no more questions as of now. So do keep the questions coming in if you do have other questions. So again, if you felt that this session has been useful, right? So do help us to share so more people can see it. Okay, so maybe again type on the like button. So on the Facebook Live, you can tap on the like button many times. So even you have tap on it previously, you can tap again for us. Okay, so if you like our session so far, right? Okay, so finally, of course, the last portion of the live is the coin pick of the week. Yeah, so I hope you are excited. So I'm waiting for you to tap the like button first before I show it. Okay, no, just kidding. Okay, but if you do, I will appreciate that. Right. Okay. Before I go to that. Right. So Ken actually reminded me something when he's speaking about this. His previous life. Right. So actually, you can access it very easily. I think I showed it during this afternoon live, but I believe not everyone is here. So let me just bring you through it very quickly. Yeah. Hold on. All right. So if you go to the Facebook page, right, or binance.sg investor group, so this will be the typical front page that you see, right? Just go to guides. Okay, then you can see that there's all the resources here for you to download if you want to. Yeah, these are all the live streaming of the from the past. Okay, in the group, so they are all actually recorded, so you can actually easily find them right here because sometimes it may have been drowned by other posts and comments and all that, right? Okay, so this is where you can actually look for all of them right here. Okay, so from time to time we actually add more resources as well. Yeah, probably we would add if Ken allows us to do that, put in his Amazon best-selling book as well. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. With that, let me just go to the final segment, which is the coin pick. Okay. So if you are sharp enough, you would have guessed what is the coin pick, all right, of the week. All right, so I've mentioned it a few times. Okay, so Luna. Okay, hold on. Okay, so why? Okay, because the Columbus 5 is just 2 days away. So if you don't know what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, so Columbus 5 to Terra Luna is like the Ethereum hard forking, right? So we know what happens after Ethereum hard forking. The price went up a lot. Okay, so we are quite bullish on this Columbus 5, right? So it's just 2 or 3 days away, if I'm not wrong. So I think we are still in time, right? Because from the chart we saw earlier on, right, it has not gone crazily up yet, and it's also on a good support on the 20 EMA, right? And generally is still on a long-term uptrend, right? So this Columbus 5 so-called update, right? If you like, it actually makes swapping quicker and more seamless and all that, right? So the Terra also is being heavily used in this NFT game. Okay, the Star Terra, if I'm not wrong, right? So so as we know that NFT has been a hype up topic, and all the gaming and all that has been being more popularized right now. Okay, so this another reason, right? Not the main reason, but I think another reason that I think Terra is pretty good. Okay, so early on this afternoon, I mentioned about Dino Swap, okay, which gives you a stable coin APR of 190%. So if you have not seen that live session, you can actually look at it again, right? Go to the guide, remember, right? So we actually mentioned about UST, which is the Terra USD, sorry, the Terra US, Terra US dollar, UST, not USDT, is the Terra USD, which is actually the Terra blockchain native stable coin, right? So you can stake Dino and get 190% APR on UST. You get the rewards in stable coin. Can you imagine that? So it's pretty good. Okay, so it's also not collateralized by any backing, like most of the stable coin out there as well. So instead, what they do is whenever a UST, okay, is minted, so a Terra, a Luna, is actually being burnt. Okay, so yeah, it creates a deflationary cycle for Luna's value. Okay, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so yeah, this is why we are bullish on that, and why right now? Because of this Columbus 5 as well. All right, okay, so again, this will mark the end of our session, almost an hour already. Yeah, so thanks, for staying through throughout the whole session. Okay, really appreciate that. So we'll appreciate more if you really help us to share this out. If you really think that, hey, it's something there's something new that you actually learned today. All right. Okay. Again, give us some response. Like love, care, whatever, or even an angry face button doesn't matter. Okay, just some reaction. We know that. Yeah, learn something. Right. Okay. So with that, we will end this session. Right. So can you have anything else to say to our audience before we say our good nights?
No, everyone stay safe. Don't lose money.
All right.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So stay safe, trade safe, and of course, to the moon. Right. So good night, everybody. We will see you in the
All right.
next Facebook Live. See you. Bye
See
bye.
you. Bye bye. Bye bye.